Today I bought a bunch of fruit trees. I want to show you what it was that I was looking for when I was choosing my fruit trees. These two are apples, and you see it's got these three main branches going up that are nice and tall and thick, and that is not actually what I care about at all. I'm looking down here to see where the first level of lateral branches are. And what I want is for that to be just about knee height. So you can see that this one's really good. And then what it has is, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and even there's a 6th one right here going off this direction, that are all kind of going around the center of this tree in different directions. So that is really good, because in the end I want, this is my first level, within a foot I'm going to want to have 3 to 5 lateral branches pointing in different directions, and that's my first layer of branches on my tree. Now at this point you see we've split into 3. This is where the tree was topped off at one point. Right in the middle here is where it was topped off, and so now it has grown. These 3 are all competing to be leaders. So I'm actually probably going to take the center one. I'll cut off the other 2 sides, and then I will cut back this center, and I will cut it. See, it comes off this way, and so I will cut it at a bud that's facing that way to kind of try and keep this tree going straight. So that one is very good. Same thing with this one. It's got these 3 center branches that are all competing to be the leader. They're all just going straight up, and they're growing great, and they're nice and thick, and I don't want those at all. I'm going to cut off the 2 to either side probably, and then cut back this one probably about here. And what I'm interested in when I bought this tree is this set. Look right here at knee height. This set of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lateral branches that are all going out to be that first row of lateral branches on my apple tree. Now the other issue that we have here is this angle. This is a terrible angle. You don't want to angle this narrow for your apple tree. 45 to 90 is what you want. So this one's bad, but that's fine, because I'm gonna cut that off anyways, and I'm gonna cut this one off. Like that one would be okay if that was a branch that you wanted to keep, probably be okay. And you might want to just weigh it down or put a spacer in there. All the rest of these coming off like this, these are nice angles, or they're flexible enough at this point where I could put a spacer in to spread them out to this angle if I needed to. But they look good. All right, this one's a peach tree. And what we've got on the peach tree is we pruned to an open vase. And so this has been pruned back right here. This one is maybe trying to be a leader, so maybe need to put some weight down on this one. But we've got a good selection of branches that, from looking down the center of the trunk, they point out in every direction. That's what you want. You don't want your tree to be off-centered. This tree is a plum, a methyl plum, and it's got a little bit crazy, but I think it's going to be okay, because it's got a lot of options, and that's what you want. You don't want to have no options. So same thing, this has been pruned. The leader's been taken off so that it'll be an open vase. So there's plenty of potential here. A lot of branches going off in different angles or in different directions, and they're not just pointed straight up. They're spreading out, so that's good. Also, the leaves on these trees look really nice. You don't want to see a bunch of dry, crispy leaves. The leaves on the trees look really nice. One of the issues we're going to have with this tree is that the wind is going to blow on this top and try and blow the tree over. And I don't want to stake it if I can get away without staking it, because that'll encourage the roots to do more to secure the tree. But you can see the wind is just blowing it this way. So I'm going to go ahead and top it like I said I was going to. I'm going to take these 2 off. this one, and always start with clean, sharp shears. It's best to do it in one fast snip if you can, and you want to leave just a 1/4 inch so that the bark can grow over and heal. These are bypass pruners, and what I want to do, this is the side, I want to line it up so that this is the side that I'm not keeping. This sharp side that just goes cleanly past is the side that I want to have right by the tree. And I'm going to leave space here so that this bark, this collar, can grow over and seal up the wound. All right, that's a little much. I might go back and cut that one again. I talked about how to look at how it's kind of growing and then choose a bud in the direction that you want. Okay, so I'm going a 1/4 inch above this bud, and so this bud is going to shoot out, it'll shoot out multiple new leaders here next year, but it also will stimulate some of these to branch out this direction as well. So then I've got 18 inches between this set of branches and the next set of branches to make sure there's enough light through the tree. I can dry that and go smoke something with it. Jeremy is pulling back the mulch that I placed in that previous video where I talked about getting the soil prepared to plant fruit trees. And look what we've got under here. We're finding worms. Here's the soil he just pulled out of the hole. So, and it's moist and soft under here, whereas out here it is crispy and dry. So this is why putting in that little extra preparation a month or two, or as far in advance as you can in preparation for planting your fruit trees, is so beneficial. This one is our pink lady apple, and I want to show you something to look out for when you transplant a tree. You can see this tree, the graft is all the way up here. It's kind of a interesting way of doing it, but a lot of times the grafts are just like down here. But everything growing beneath the graft is off the root stock, and what that's going to do is it's going to take energy and nutrients away from the crown of the tree, and you don't want these to grow. It's not like twice the apples or something. The root stock is not going to produce good apples. That's not what type of tree it is, and it will only take away energy. These will very easily outcompete the top of the tree, so you got to cut these off. If you want more information about growing fruit trees in your backyard or homestead, please click on this playlist about backyard orcharding. I share more information about planting fruit trees in clay soil and about the companion plants I do in fruit tree guilds to help my orchards be as healthy as possible. Thanks for stopping by today. See you next week.